Hello, friends. Welcome back again in e-learning program of subject of electronics paper number first, in which we already begin with the chapter of electronic instrument. That is the first chapter from paper number first. So already we have discussed in previous lecture about the concept of CRO and its different parts or its different components. So now we have the applications, and before that we have the concept of the front panel of CRO, how it will have the particular function of each number of buttons. So we have number of buttons or knobs in case of the front panel of CRO, and each particular button or the knob has a special working or special function, and that particular CRO, its front panel, we are going to discuss in this lecture here. So let us check the front panel view of CRO in presentation. Okay, now check here the different types of CRO from which we discuss the first type. So here we have the front panel view of CRO, and in which we have number of different types of CROs, from which we discuss here the dual trace CRO, single beam, and it has a dual trace. Single beam traces the two waveforms simultaneously, and that is called the dual trace CRO. Now check carefully the diagram of front panel. So in front view, we have this is screen on which the electron beam move vertical as well as horizontal direction, and for that purpose we have the grid lines, or the lines will be mark on this screen for taking measurements of either voltage or frequency or phase, etc. Now we begin with the number one. So here we have the number one, number second button, third, fourth, then fifth, time per division. So like this we have the number of the buttons or keys or the knobs in case of the front panel of CRO. So we have the numbers like this. Now when we have actual observation of the CRO, there the numbers of the number 1, 2, 3 and corresponding keys has the particular working, and as well as there may be a difference in the front panel. So in case of second, there may be a third or fourth. So there are number of keys or buttons will be available on the front view, front panel. So let us go in detail. What are the number of the particular buttons or the keys or the knobs in case of the front panel? So suppose if we mark with this one side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, up to we have number suppose 38. So suppose if we check the 38, we have power button, and that power will be on and off switch or toggle switch, on and off like this. Now here we have INT, internal and external button. Here we have trace, then F, focus 0.2 volt. So here we have each particular number has the special working or special function in case of CRO. So let us go one by one. Now suppose if we observe, suppose second and fourth, it will look like same, but there is certain marking on that particular button so that you can has the particular function. So let us begin with number first. So we begin with number first as the power on. So power on button will be 38 number. So it will has a function of on and off. So check carefully. Switch the main supply on and LED turns on. So this on and off switch. Main supply will be on and off, and accordingly we have indication of LED. Now number next second, intensity number 37, key number 37. So these will 37, check carefully, that is intensity, sorry. So intensity controls the brightness of display by varying the negative voltage on the control grid with respect to cathode. Means number of electrons emitted from cathode we can control with the help of intensity button. So that is number 37. Now number next 35 number key. Check carefully number 35F. So already we have discussed this. F is focus. Control the sharpness of display by varying the positive voltage on the focusing anode. So already we have discussed about the concept of focusing anode and accelerating anode, and in which by varying the positive voltage to the focusing anode we can have the sharpness of electron beam on the screen. So that is number 35 according to our numbering here. Now we have number next is 4 time base number 5th number knob. Check carefully number 5th time per division. So what is the role of the time base or time per division? Control the rate of rise of time base signal by changing C in time base generator, that is time per division. So we can change the particular knob by rotating, and accordingly we can change the time per division that is given to the horizontal plate in case of the cathode ray tube. Now number next 5th variable 12 and 17. Now check carefully number 12 here variable, and number 17 in case of, so here we have the two variables 12 and 17. So that has a special function in calibrated position. In calibrated position, the selected sweep speed hold good varies R in sweep generator. So that will be useful for sweep generator in case of the position of beam here. And already we have learned that is varying R in sweep generator, we can have the speed of the electron that can be changed from moving from left to right direction. Okay. Number next is the horizontal arrow. This arrow shows number 6 is horizontal, now x5, and that is horizontal. X means x axis, and that will be 5. So this will be the number and corresponding has a function, and that will be we number here 15 and 16. Now check carefully number 15 and 16. 15 and 16. So these two will be useful for the control the horizontal position of display. So we move the beam. Suppose we have particular horizontal position of electron beam from one to another point. Suppose display is of 5 centimeter or suppose 10 centimeter. So the beam also has a 10 centimeter, and that beam we can move horizontally on the screen. So that can be moved with the help of 15 and 16 control of the front panel. And when this control is pulled, it is increased the sweep 5 times. So here 5 stands for sweep control increase to 5 times. Okay, so these things we can understood better in case of practicals. So at this time we just only has a function, but the function can be understood easily in case of practically when we handle the instrument as a CRO. So as when we handle the instrument personally, so that CRO how it is moving, how 5 times means what. So in that case we have the better understanding of the instrument and corresponding knobs here. Okay, number next 7, level number 1, variable control, select the trigger point on the display waveform. So this will be number 7. So this will be number 7 button that is useful for, sorry, number first number is level here. So that level will be use variable control, select the trigger point on the display waveform. So we select the trigger point on display waveform, and that will be moved from vertical direction. Okay, number next is auto or norm. Auto or normal, number second number key. In auto mode, trash is display in absence of any input signal. So auto means it display the signal, display the wave, display the beam without input signal. The display is then automatically triggered for signal above 30 hertz. Suppose the signal will be above 30 hertz, then automatically it will display, an automatic function will be there so that it will be display the waveform above 30 hertz. That is for auto. And suppose normal, so that we can set with the help of the button. Number next 9, internal external. Now check carefully internal. In internal mode, that is number 10th number button. Check carefully number 10th here is internal. There is a press button, internal external. Either we have internal or external, depend upon the toggle button. Check carefully. In internal mode, display trigger from signal derived from channel 1, channel 2 or line. In, so check carefully, in internal mode display trigger from signals derived from channel 1, channel 2 or line. So here trigger will be taken from or derived from. So trigger means horizontal deflection, and the trigger will be useful for horizontal deflection. That trigger will be taken from either channel 1, channel 2 or line, suppose here. So these are the input signals, or channel 1 means we give input signal first, and channel 2 is input signal 2. So there are provision for dual. Dual means two channel 1 and channel 2, for at which we give the signal, and from that signal the trigger will be taken if it is on internal position, and if you press the button, then if it is in external mode, triggering from any other external source is fed through external trigger BNC socket 14. So we have to give an external signal, or triggering can be done with the help of other source, and that other source is feed to BNC socket number 14, BNC British Naval Connector. So this is the name of the socket or the particular connector. So when we have the external mode, then externally we have to trigger that particular beam in horizontal direction, and then there is overlapping of the internal signal and here external trigger mode. So this is number 10th. Now number next 10th number point, line number 6th, key number 6th. Here we have for line here. Now check carefully. Trigger from power line frequency. So triggering can be done from line frequency, AC mains line, and from that we have power line frequency. Okay, number next 11, TV 7 and 8. Trigger from low frequency component of TV signal. So triggering can be done with the help of low frequency component of television signal. So we can have the television signal, and from that we can trigger the beam in horizontal direction. Now number 12, positive, negative. Number third, plus or minus. So this is number third number key, and in that case we have select trigger point on positive or negative slope of the display waveform. So we select the trigger point on positive or negative slope of the display waveform. So when waveform is display, we have to select the trigger point on screen. For that we have plus and minus, so that beam can be, or the waveform can be shifted in the direction. Now number 13, channel 1 or channel 2, that is number 9. So this also select trigger signal in internal mode derived from either channel 1 or channel 2 input. So number 9 is useful for selecting the trigger either from channel 1 or channel 2 internal signal. Already we have explained internal external, and that internal trigger can be taken either from channel 1 or channel number 2. Okay, number next 14, AC or DC. So AC or DC we have number 4th. So this again a toggle button, either for either it is the on AC condition or either DC. So when we press it is on AC suppose and it is released, then it is on DC. AC or DC, we have that number 4th number button here. So what is the role of that is, check carefully. Number 4th, select trigger signal coupling. So select trigger signal coupling. For AC, a capacitor is connected in series with input. So for AC, we have capacitor is connected, and for DC, it is directly given as the signal. So this is a selection of AC and DC, and accordingly we have the waveform display on the screen, and for that purpose we have, suppose AC is given, then we use AC connection, and if we give DC, then we have DC condition or DC knob should be pressed, either AC or DC, and accordingly we have selection of the particular or processing of the trigger signal using either AC or DC. For AC we require here capacitance, for DC it is directly given to the trigger. Okay, number next 15, swipe SWP, that is XY, and that is number 11. Now check carefully. SWP, so when the 11 number key is pressed, convert channel 2 input to X channel and enable use as an XY slope Y input via channel 1 in release position sweep operates. Now check carefully one of the important part. So when we have channel number 1 that is given to vertical, and channel number 2 if it is on the press button, when this 11 number key is pressed, so when it is pressed, channel 2 convert input into X channel. So channel 2 act as input to X channel. Input to X channel means we give channel 2 to X or horizontal deflection, and channel 1 to Y input via channel 1 means channel 1 is given to Y input and channel 2 given to X input simply. And when these two will be overlap, so when the X and Y, channel 1 and channel 2 will be overlap with each other, then we have special shape will be obtained on screen. Depend upon amplitude, then frequency, and then phase, we have different shapes. So either we obtain, suppose the lines, cross line, suppose the inclined line, suppose either two conditions, either we have one inclined line or second inclined line, or we have obtained circle or ellipse. So like that shape will be obtained, and that is useful for the Lissajous figures. So when we have to compare the signal, channel signal 1 and signal 2, how much is phase difference between them, and for that we have the sweep button here. So check carefully. So check carefully and read once again what we have given here. Check carefully. So SWP sweep X and Y, that is key number 11. When we press, there is overlapping of channel 1 and channel 2 via X channel or X axis and Y axis, and in release position, internal sweep will be operates. So when we release the position, internal sweep generator, that will be display only one channel as channel 1. So this will be the useful in case of overlapping, or when we have to when we have to find out the phase difference between two signals, or we have to compare two signals. In case of the two input signals, how much is phase difference? That condition we can check with the help of SWP knob. Okay. Number next 16. So here we have the 0.2 volt 1 kilohertz, that is number 34. So what is the concept of this? So 0.2 volt peak to peak, and the 1 kilohertz square wave calibration signal. So the voltage of the square wave having peak to peak. So already we have learned in 11th standard V peak to peak. So positive value and positive, suppose we have 0.1 plus 0.1, and when it becomes 0 and again we have negative minus 0.1. So plus 0.1 and minus 0.1, how much is difference? Is 0.2. So that is called peak voltage, V peak to peak voltage. So peak to peak voltage is 0.2 VPP, and the frequency will be 1 kilohertz square wave calibration signal. So for that purpose, we use this particular square wave for calibration. And number 17, so this is vertical arrow position. So vertical arrow position similar to horizontal arrow position 21, 22, 32, 33. And this will be pair here. For channel 1, we have 21, 22. And for channel 2, we have 32 and 33. Let us check the diagram here. Check carefully. 21 and 22. So here we have 21, 22. Check carefully. So this will be the knobs here. Vertical arrow for channel 1, channel 2, and this is for channel 1. Vertical arrow, and this is selector here. 32, 33. Vertical arrow, this is for channel 1, and here we have 21, 22. This will be vertical arrow knob, and here we have the selection. This is for channel 2. Now, what is the role of that particular knob is, so we display or we move the display in vertical direction. So check carefully. Control vertical position of display. So it will control vertical position of display. When the control is pulled, the vertical sensitivity increases by 5 times. So here also we have the sensitivity increased to 5 times, similar to the horizontal position X5 like this. So this is similar to the X position. Okay, number next 18. AC or DC or ground. So 24, 25, 28, 29. The select input coupling or ground the amplifier input, but input signal is open circuited. So this will be the condition for either we have input coupling or ground the amplifier input. Amplifier input either we ground or it is the coupled. So input signal is open circuit. So we have different condition AC, DC and ground, and this will be useful for the grounding the input signal. Now number 19, input B and C, that is 23, 31 number buttons. Input terminal to channel 1 or Y. So input terminals to channel 1 or Y and channel 2 X input. So this is B and C, British Naval connector. So this will be for number 23, 31. Check carefully. 23 and 31. So this is the one cable here, and 31 here also we have. Channel 1 and channel 2. The connector of input signal, that is the BNC connector to channel 1 31 number and BNC connector to the channel number 2 as a 23 number. So in this diagram we are unable to check the how the shape of that connector, how to fix the connector, but in case of practical you have the actual CRO, and in that case how to fix that particular cable just by rotating a few angle 30 degrees or 90 degree, the cable will be easily fixed, and to open also we have to rotate slide and then it will be taken out. So in that case we have actual working or actual handling of the CRO here. Okay, number next is the 20th number point, trace. So number 36 number, screwdriver control to adjust horizontal tilt of the trace. So suppose the beam will be we require horizontal. If it is inclined, so with the help of screwdriver we can make to the horizontal position. If it is inclined slightly, that we can make to the horizontal. With the help of that 36 number screwdriver like screw like arrangement, and that with the help of screwdriver we can adjust that horizontal tilt. Okay, number next 21, channel 1 or channel 2 attenuator volt per division. So one of the important knob, so channel 1 or channel 2, and for that we have separate volt per division, that is number 20 and number 30. So it has a different range. So attenuator from millivolt per division to volt per division range in sequence. So this is again we have number of range of volt per division or millivolt per division for channel 1 as well as channel 2, that is marked as a 20 and 30. Check the diagram here, 20 and 30 number. So check carefully. See here we have the 20 number volt per division. This is for channel number 2. And here we have 30 number. This is for channel number first. So this has a number of the range similar to the digital multimeter range, volt per division. So we have number of range of volt per division section. Okay, number next. Number 22, vertical modes. So vertical modes are we have different category. So number 1 is alt or chop. Number 27. So selecting switch mode for two channel in dual operation. So channel 1 and channel 2 simultaneously we have to plot. Then in case of dual, this is alter or chop. We operation dual operation, for that purpose we have this knob number 27. Number dual or mono XY 26. In dual operates as a dual trace oscilloscope. So dual means two waveform appear simultaneously, or if we require only one, so we have mono. So either we require one waveform at a time or two waveform simultaneously. For that we have dual or mono. Now number next, third, channel addition. Channel addition means a waveform from channel 1 and waveform from channel 2, or signal 1 and signal 2 we have to add with each other. For that purpose we have 19 number. So in dual mode, when add switch is pressed, signal of both channel are added, and similarly, number 4, channel subtraction, that is 18 or 19. So we have the two option, 18 either or 19. In dual mode, when add and channel 2 inverts, so we have to add this, but before addition channel 2 we have to invert, switches are pressed, channel 2 signal is algebraically subtracted from channel 1. So we have addition and subtraction of channels or waveforms, that is similar to the concept of interference. So interference means crest overlap with crest here, then there is a constructive interference and crest overlap with the trough here, then in that case we have destructive interference. So at that study we require the addition subtraction of signals. Now number next is fifth, channel 2 invert, number 18. So in that case we invert the channel by switching that particular 18 number key. So polarity of the signal will be reverse here, inverted like this. So when channel 2 inverse switch is pressed, polarity of the signal to channel 2 is inverted here. So that can be done by changing the polarity. Positive half cycle, in that case we convert into negative and negative into positive, and then we have the addition or subtraction of the channel 2 with channel 1. Okay, number next. So these are the number of keys or knobs in case of the front panel of CRO. So this we are going to learn once again in case of practical. So practically we have one practical that will be using CRO. We have to plot the particular waveform and we have certain frequency, and for that purpose we use the CRO in our practical lab. So practically we can check all the keys, and in that case we understood better compared to the this presentation or general lecture here. Okay, now go through that. Now we have the next important topic of the applications of CRO. So check carefully, we have number of applications of CRO where we have to use CRO. Number first is AC voltage measurement. AC voltage is given to CRO and we can easily measure by small calculations the AC voltage of any signal or any particular source. We can measure using CRO, and the method we are going to discuss in detail. Number second, DC voltage measurement, and number third, time period measurement. Number four, frequency measurement. Number five, phase measurement. So up 1 to 5 applications we are going to discuss in detail. Now number 6 also, in TV, radar and medical instrument also we use this CRO. So in television we have already see a cathode ray tube. Then radar we have to find the position of the objects, either the aeroplane or any uh, submarine or any vehicle that can be found with the help of radar application. And medical instrument, for example sonography we use, or for other heartbeat measurements we have the CRO that will display the waveform. So in ICU we have the number of CRO, and it has a special role or special working in case of the medical instruments. Now number 7, component testing. So for component testing also we use the CRO compared with the ideal condition. Number next 8, distortion measurement. So signal distortion that can be measured with the help of CRO, because it display directly the waveform. Any type of waveform signal can be displayed directly, and by study that waveform we can found easily where is the how much is the distortion or the disturbance in signal here. Okay, now let us begin with number first, AC voltage measurement, amplitude measurement. So AC voltage is given to the channel 1 and the waveform will be set using knob volt per division, and it will be look like this sine wave. Now check carefully, this is reference line. So this is crest part and trough part. So this is input AC signal. Now we have divisions for 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 division upward direction and 4 divisions below, and waveform will be moved from this place crest and complete trough. Crest and trough. This is capital T time, and here we have voltage V peak to peak, positive peak well and negative peak. So V peak to peak voltage. So that using that we can calculate how much is AC voltage. So now check carefully. We have one example here. A voltmeter indicates RMS value of voltage. So already we know the working of voltmeter. It will measure RMS value of voltage, and that RMS value we can calculate with the help of following formula. Now we have also calculation of RMS value. Now check carefully. But CRO indicates peak to peak value of voltage. So we have suppose voltmeter. Voltmeter directly gives you either AC or DC directly value of, for AC it will give directly the RMS value instead of peak value or peak to peak value. But in case of CRO we have peak to peak value of voltage. Now check carefully, unknown AC voltage applied to vertical input of CRO volt per division knob is properly adjusted till we get a waveform on screen. So appreciable of waveform of signal should be obtained on screen. And using that, we have a simple formula, V peak to peak. So peak to peak voltage is equal to VPP, suppose, that is equal to number of vertical divisions. So we have to count vertical divisions and how much volt per division. So this will be on scale, volt per division scale. We have the marking on which position the volt per division is set. So that volt per division into number of division. Using that, we can calculate the V peak to peak. So initially we have to calculate V peak to peak. Now let us consider an example. Let us assume that volt per division is equal to 10 millivolt per division. Suppose volt per division is set on 10 volt per division. Now check carefully diagram. So see, these one division, vertical one division, this is for adjusted such that this will is equal to 10 millivolt per division. So one division corresponding to 10 millivolt. Now how many divisions are there in vertical scale? Now for positive half cycle we have 4 divisions, 1, 2, 3 and 4 up to this. So 0 to maximum value positive cycle, 4 divisions. Again 0 to negative we have again 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 divisions below, 4 divisions above. So in all total divisions will be 8. So total number of vertical divisions is equal to 8. So how much is V peak to peak is equal to 8 divisions into 10 millivolt per division. So 8 into 10 is 80 millivolt. That voltage is V peak to peak. Now we require only half peak voltage. So V peak is equal to divided by 2, VPP divided by 2, that is 80 divided by 2 is 40 millivolt. Now that peak value is 40 millivolt. Now from that we have the formula for RMS. Now check carefully. The VRMS is equal to that RMS value we already learned in 11th standard. So VRMS is equal to V peak divided by root 2. And we know value of root 2 is equal to 1.414. Now 1 upon root 2. So 1 upon root 2 means 1 upon 1.414 and 1 upon 1.414 is equal to 0.707. So we have the final formula. VRMS is equal to 0.707 into VP. So VP is suppose 40 and into 0.707 we obtain 28.28 millivolt. So we obtain here the value of AC VRMS for AC voltage, that is equal to 28.28. So this is small method or example of how to obtain the RMS value of AC voltage or AC signal given to the CRO or for any signal here. So this will be the method. Now in examination number of times this question will be asked how to measure AC voltage using CRO. So for that you have to draw simple diagram as well as this description you have to write down. So this also we are going to perform in practicals also. Okay. Now similarly we have the second application, DC voltage measurement. Now it is easy for DC measurement. DC doesn't have the variation, it has fixed value. Suppose the 3 volt, 4 volt, 5 volt, 10 volt like this. So DC has fixed value line. This line shows the DC voltage. Now see here, without DC voltage, reference line or the beam of electron set to 0 here. So reference line before applying DC voltage set to 0. 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4 vertical divisions. Now when we give the DC voltage, the line will be shifted to this position, fourth number. So 1, 2, 3 and 4th. The line will be shifted to the fourth division. So line after applying DC voltage. So line is the electron beam. So this will be glow. Electron beam glow that will be moved from the 0 to 4th here. So four division we have to count for DC voltage measurement. Now we have again similar method. Obtain horizontal reference line exactly on the x-axis when DC voltage is not applied. So horizontal reference line of the electron beam that is set on x-axis. Now apply DC voltage to vertical input. Now when we apply the DC voltage to vertical input, that horizontal line either move up or down. If it is positive, it is moving upward direction. If it is negative, then it will go in downward direction, indicating that whether input voltage is positive or negative respectively. So either positive or negative. Suppose if you have the calculation, DC voltage is equal to number of vertical divisions. How much division that line will be moved, that is number of divisions, and into volt per division scale. So on which the volt per division is set, multiply number of divisions, similar to AC here also. So assume that volt per division is suppose 1 volt per division. So we set volt per division on knob. The knob set to 1 volt per division. Now from figure what we have given number of division 1, 2, 3 and 4 divisions. So from figure, for figure DC voltage is equal to 4 divisions into 1 division per 1 volt per division, sorry, and that is equal to 4 into 1 is equal to 4 volt. So this is simple calculation. How much division? 1 volt per division. 4 division means 4 volt per division. 4 volt is a signal input, or DC voltage is 4 volt here. So that is simple or easy compared to the AC measurement here. Okay. So these are the two applications. Now we have again the different applications, and then we have the role concept of digital multimeter. So in next lecture we begin with the third application of the CRO as a time period measurement. Then we have the concept of frequency measurement, and then we have the phase measurement, number 5th here. So that we will discuss in the next lecture. So till you repeating the video, pause the video, write down your notes and prepare your own notes, and check also the question bank, and accordingly write down the answers of that questions in textbook here. Carefully check all the steps in this particular presentation and prepare yourself for the examination. Thank you.